Hey guys, Sally here. Been playing catch up on this whole parallax thing. I don't have much time this weekend, but I wanted to go ahead and address it real quickly. Basically, I've already captured all the information that is needed to prove that Anthony Riley doesn't know what he's talking about. There's been like 3 or 4 debunks now that have been out there, and in his last video, he actually disabled comments, probably because he knows he's wrong and he's just trying to put more disinformation out there. But I wanted to just go ahead and run through this real quickly. And I tried to set everything up so it would be a fast video. But a while back, like a long time ago, back in May, I actually filmed this video right here on my Canon. And you may remember that people were complaining about the dust spots on my Canon sensor right here. Well, this, I guess, identifies this as my Canon video. So here's the tower that Anthony Riley has been complaining about not having parallax, and he said specifically that these two poles, which are now in line with each other, should come in line with each other down the center of the rest of these towers. Obviously, based on this video alone, he's wrong. We can even back up, kind of see the parallax as as the tower passes in front of us. We can see the parallax happen. And you can see clearly that it does not line up down the center line of the towers. It lines up after the towers are passed. And when it is in line right there, you can tell that there are no towers behind it. And you can see clearly that the parallax is happening here. The reason you see the parallax so obvious here is because I'm not using a 2000 millimeter lens. I'm using a 300 millimeter lens, so you're seeing a wider field of view in the full frame. In the P900, the field of view is much narrower, so you don't keep this tower in the frame for near as long. Now, this is the shot that he's been complaining about at 17 seconds. And you can go and do this yourself and count these towers, but this is basically the first tower, second tower, third tower, fourth tower back, and you can see that it's in line with the right edge of the tall tower, or the bigger tower in the foreground. And likewise, on the other side, you can count the towers and see that, or you don't have to count the towers on this side, just you can see that this left edge is in line with all the tower lines right here. That's at 27 seconds. So if we map that out in Google Earth, and I chose to back up in time a little bit because they have these nice little shadows. If you map that out in Google Earth, here's the side with the towers uh, that are going to be in line with the left side of the tall tower. And then here is the fourth on the 17-second shot. Here is the fourth of those little 1, 2, 3, 4 little black joints right there. And so that's the black joint, and that's going to be in line with the right side of the tower. So let's go look at that. So I lined it up on the shadow since I was using the shadows. And you can see I've tried to line it up to match what was in those videos. And so now you can see like from the 17-second to the 20, what is it? To the 27-second mark, which is more than gracious because on both sides it's far past where you actually see the beginning and end frames of that center bar. So this is like the maximum distance, that I could have gone in that time. And so what we should do here is we should go back to the center bar and look at the difference in angle of the heading. So basically we're looking from the perspective of the bar towards the observer. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to look at the difference in the heading between this one, which is 200.98, and this one, which is 199.89. So we're talking about 1.1 degrees. I invite everybody to take some object, place it in front of them, next to a compass, and turn that object 1.1 degrees, because that's what we're talking about. That's the expectation that we would expect to see, is that this object would barely rotate at all. And that's what we see in the video. So basically we're seeing in the video what you would expect to see. I invite everybody else to go look at this and do their own analysis on it. In the meantime, I would like to point out another video that it's this same series. No, it's the one I did with the live stream, and I uploaded during the live stream. During the live stream called Tears, So Many Tears. This live stream, I actually recorded the video, drove to a coffee shop, and then uploaded the video. This is the video right here. And so my question is, why doesn't Anthony look at this video? There are so many videos that you can look at and see the information you want to see. And so what's going to happen, this video is a pretty quick one. What's going to happen is I'm going to pan to the right here. And when I pan to the right, I'm going to pick up the big tower. And let's look at it real quick. So this is a double debunk, because the birds are moving. That was one of his objections. And the second thing is that the south and north poles of that tall tower, the big tower, are now in line. And if you look through, what do you see? You see water. There's no towers in the background. So when this tower is in line the way that Anthony's expecting it to be, there's no towers in the background. This is very clearly evident based on the angle of those two bars in Google Earth. This lines up with what's in Google Earth. So consider Anthony Riley completely and utterly debunked. May his tears ever flow the cuppeth. Sally out. Have a good night and a good weekend, guys.